news cycle on Global Television. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365. Now the news in full. President Bola Tinubu is currently chairing the meeting of the Council of State at the Council Chambers of the Aso Rock Villa, Abuja. Former Presidents Goodluck Jonathan and Buhari are on site for the inaugural meeting convened by President Tinubu. Kikelomo Okere has the details.
Former head of state General Yakubu Gowon retired and General Abdulsalam Abubakar retired joined the meeting virtually alongside the governors of Abia, Adamawa and Akwa Ibom State. The meeting began at 12:35 p.m. local time with an opening ceremony where attendees sang and recited the national anthem and national pledge respectively. It comes 18 months after the council last met on February 10, 2023 under the former president Muhammadu Buhari. At the time, Buhari had convened the meeting over the 2023 election, the crisis emanating from the new Naira policy and fuel scarcity. At the presidential villa, the council met to deliberate on crucial national issues, particularly the end bad governance protests, including national security, economic challenges, and the appointment of key public officials like the chairman and members of the Independent National Electoral Commission, the National Population Commission, and the Police Service Commission. The National Council of State is a constitutional organ of the Nigerian government that advises the executive on policy making, among other functions. It includes the president, who serves as its chairman, the vice president, or former president and head of state, or former chief justice of Nigeria, and the president of the Senate, the speaker of the House of Representatives, the attorney general of the federation, the secretary to the government of the federation, and all state governors. Its role is largely advisory, guiding the president in decision-making process on national security, appointments, and economic policies. Kikelomo Okere,
Policy on health, workforce, migration to address the challenge. Mahmoud Pate disclosed this on his more than just a response. Strategy to manage her network's healthcare workers. To initiate the process of drafting a new constitution through the National Constituent Assembly. In his reaction, elder statesman Alhaji Tanko Yakase, who is also a member of the Pirates, in a statement urged the president to receive consideration, warned that neglecting these steps could lead to national chaos and instability. Awolu Yadu also expressed reservations about the call for a new constitution and cautioned that any reworking of the to constitutional processes. He warned that deviating from the path could lead to chaos and disorder. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has signed a judicial office advisor to the President in Senate matters, Senator Bashir Lado, disclosed this in a statement in Abuja. The National Assembly had in June approved a bill that grants a 300% salary increase for judicial officers at the federal and state levels. The federal government has extended invitations to local innovators, manufacturers, and research institutions to present their cutting-edge solutions. Bello Matawale disclosed this at a press briefing ahead of the 60th anniversary celebration of the Defense Industries Corporation of Nigeria in Abuja. Kikelomo Okere tells us more. We apologize. That news will be brought in our subsequent bulletin. The Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, says the force isn't on the trail of those responsible for the violent protests across the country. The Inspector General of Police disclosed this at the Nigerian Police Force Youth Summit to celebrate International Youth Day in Abuja. The federal government says many African countries have now started procurement of arms and ammunition from the Defense Industry Corporation of Nigeria, DISCON. He says the feat was made possible sequel to the new DISCON Act 2023. Provides the potential to significantly contribute to Nigeria's national development and national security by boosting foreign exchange earnings. The Minister of State for Defense, Bello Matawalle, stated this at the ministry's headquarters, Abuja, when he briefed journalists on the activities lined up for the 60th anniversary of DISCON and the launch of the maiden edition of the African Defense Industries Conference. The Gombe State Commissioner of Health, Dr. Habub Dahiru, has announced that the State Public Health Emergency Operations Center have been placed on alert following confirmed suspected cases of Ward Gombe. Reports states that untreated. Diary disclosed that the state has recorded 3 suspected cases and 1 confirmed case of looting of public properties during recent hunger protests across the state. Addressing a press conference, State Police Commissioner Salman Dago disclosed that a significant 1st to 10th, 2024. Several other suspects have since been persecuted. Let's quickly go on a very quick break. News Cycle returns shortly. Stay tuned. Welcome back to News Cycle. Floods have wreaked havoc in several communities in Jigawa, Yobe, Bauchi, and Kebbi State, submerging many houses and farmlands. The incidents have also left many people displaced, even as major highways have been damaged, making mobility extremely difficult in some of the affected areas. Former President Goodluck Jonathan and Muhammadu Buhari are currently attending the inaugural Council of State meeting under President Bola Tinubu's administration. The meeting is holding at the State House Council Chamber at the Presidential Villa, Abuja. Also, former heads of state, General Yakubu Gowon, retired, and General Abdulsalami Abubakar, retired, are participating in the meeting virtually. Governors from Abia, Adamawa, and Akwa Ibom states are also present during the brief opening ceremony. The National Agency for Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, Kano Zonal Command, have received 12 rescued victims of human trafficking. The agency's zonal commander, Abdullahi Babale, stated this in Kano while receiving the victims rescued by the Kano State Police Command. Babale says the state police arrested 3 suspects, Shafi Salisu, 25, and Bacharewa Quarters, Kano, Rebecca Adebayo, 22, of Kwara State, and Majibat Olagoke, 27, from Oyo State, in connection with the trafficking. He noted that the rescued victims aged between 15 and 40 were all females. Over now to Jigawa state government has lifted a curfew in 8 local government areas where looting and destructions took place during the Ed Bad Governance protests. The State Commissioner for Information, Youth Support and Culture, Honorable Sagir Musa, disclosed this after the state security meeting chaired by Governor Umar Namadi. 3 people have been confirmed killed by flood, while houses, farmlands and other valuables worth billions of naira have been washed away by the downpour that lasted 3 days in villages and communities across the local government areas of Bauchi State. The Director General of the State Emergency Management Agency in Bauchi, Musawad Aliyu, who gave the confirmation during his visit to the affected communities by a delegation led by Secretary to the State Government, Barrister Ibrahim Kashim. Acting Executive Secretary, National University Commission, Chris Miyake, has identified a poor governance system, economic corruption, and inadequate funding as some of the challenges confronting Nigerian universities. He spoke while delivering the 2024 registry at the Babcock University in Islushan Ramo, Ogun State. The lecture was titled Registry Operations and Technology, Leveraging Technology to Optimize Registry Operations in Alignment with University Best Practices. Miyake noted that Nigeria's university system had in the last 3 decades experienced a decline compared to the preceding decades when remarkable achievements were recorded. You're watching News Cycle, coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We're on DSTV channel 365 and Star Times channel 276. Kindly follow us on all social media platforms by using a Global TV NG under the handles now showing on your screen. When News Cycle returns, flood kills 3, displaces thousands in Bauchi. Please stay with us. You're welcome back, and if you're just tuning in, this is Global Television bringing you live broadcast of News Cycle. Thank you for staying with us. Over now to our business desk, the Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Fiscal Commission has called on their states of the Federation to imitate best practices to replicate the feat of Lagos State in internally generated revenue records. The RMAFC directed call to other states during a research visit by the Commission to Lagos House Ikeja. State Commissioner for Finance, Mr. Abayomi Oluyomi, said the state achieved a significant milestone in IGR, increasing it by 70% over the past 5 years. The Central Bank of Nigeria announced the reintroduction of several key economic reports stating that its commitment to transparency and accountability in the nation's economy. These reports include the Purchasing Managers Index Business Expectation Survey, Inflation Expectation Report, and other critical microeconomic indicators. According to a statement by the Acting Director of Corporate Communication at CBN, Sidi Ali, the move is part of CBN's ongoing data enhancement initiative and is designed to provide stakeholders with timely and accurate insight into Nigeria's economic performance. On our foreign scene, the FBI has opened an investigation into allegations from the Trump campaign that was targeted by hackers working for the Iranian government. A Trump campaign spokesman said the documents were illegally obtained by foreign sources hostile to the United States. Iranian officials have denied any connection to the hack, and the U.S. government has not formally accused Iran. The FBI is also looking into whether Iranian hackers targeted the Joe Biden-Kamala Harris campaign. Ukraine's top commander says Kyiv forces control 1,000 square kilometers of Russian territory as they press their biggest cross-border incursions in 2.5 years of full-scale war. Commander Alexander said Ukraine confirmed to conduct an offensive operation in the Kursk region 7 days after it began. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky said Russia had brought war to others and now it has coming back to Russia. A Bangladesh court has launched a murder investigation against Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina and 6 other senior officials from her administration. The investigation followed police killing of a man during a civil unrest in the country last month. Report states that the sacked 76-year-old former prime minister fled to neighboring India for helicopter a few weeks ago. Where she currently remains, her departure came amid mass protests that engulfed Dhaka, which apparently ended her extended period of Iran fist rule. Iran rejected Western calls to call down its threat to retaliate against Israel for killing of Hamas political leader Ismail Haniyeh in Tehran last month. The Islamic Republic and its allies have blamed Israel for its Haniyeh's killing on July 31st during a visit to the Iranian's capital of the swearing-in of President Masoud Pezeshkian. Israel has not commented. Iran has vowed to avenge the death, which came hours after an Israel strike in Beirut killed a senior commander of Hezbollah, the powerful Iranian-backed militant group in Lebanon. Over now to sports, Argentine star Lionel Messi was ruled out by Inter Miami coach Gerardo Martino for the defending Champions League Cup knockout match on Tuesday at reigning MLS champion Columbus. Messi remains sidelined after suffering a right ankle injury a month ago in Argentina's 1-0 victory over Colombia in the Copa American final. Messi has not yet trained with his Miami teammates since escaping a working boot. President Bola Tinubu has joined other basketball enthusiasts to applaud the Tigers head coach Rina Wakama following the team's laudable outing at the 2024 Olympic Games in Paris, which led to her being voted the best coach of the women's football tournament, and the honor Tinubu says is well deserved. West Ham signed Manchester United defender Aaron van Bissaka in a deal worth a reported €15 million, $19 million on Tuesday. Van Bissaka agreed a 7-year contract with the Hammers aside, spending 5 years at Old Trafford. The 26-year-old right-back made 190 appearances for United following his 2019 move from Crystal Palace. Atalanta winger Ademola Lookman says his team is fully prepared for the UEFA Super Cup clash against Real Madrid as Leeds aim to build on their recent European success and challenge the Spanish Giants for another prestigious trophy. Atalanta, who secured their first ever European title with a resounding 3-0 victory after Bayer Leverkusen in the UEFA European League final, will face the reigning UEFA Champions League holders in Warsaw. And that's it on News Cycle, and it came to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. Remember, we're on DSTV channel 365 and Star Times channel 276. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms by using @GlobalTVNG and other handles now showing on your screen. I am Jumai Manson. Thank you for watching. Good evening.